So what I want to look at here is your arm carry. My arms aren't a long way away from my sides. Whoa! Morning, Trainiacs. Solid swim just now. Intense, highly productive. I'll show it to you later. Right now, I want to go into the office and I made the lovely Mel follow me around and film me running with a shirt off. Lucky gal. We should be able to have some footage in there that I want to show you running trick, technique, drill, form, something along those lines that'll help you be a more efficient runner, put more of your energy going forward, and help you when you start fading at the end. Keep you going. Hello, Trainiacs. Now that it's getting to be nicer outside, it's a little bit easier to go out and get workout footage that looks a little bit better than me just standing on a treadmill or on the bike trainer. So we've got a fair bit more footage to look at. Yesterday, I went for an easy, mellow run, which if you're a regular viewer of the vlog, you already know. And I forced the lovely Mel to come out and videotape it. So what I want to look at here is your arm carry. And as much hoopla as there is about like midfoot, forefoot, heel striking, about cadence in your running stride, about like twisting your body, not a lot is made on your arm cadence. How fast, how you hold your arms, where you hold your arms. But the fact of the matter is that your arms are actually a really good way to drive your body. So it's kind of shocking that more people don't pay attention to how they hold and pump their little digits here. So what we're gonna do is show you a little bit of my running form, and keep in mind that I don't have the best running form. One of the biggest complaints that I have about my own running form is that my hips aren't flexible enough because I spend decades sitting at a desk. So I've got a really short stride, and I've also got 30-inch inseam legs, and I'm well aware that I'm out of shape. We've talked about this. It'll get there by the time Austin comes around. Okay, so looking at the first few things about the running stride, the first thing that I want to show is basically where my hands are in relation to my body. And you take a look at this and you can see from the side, like right there, as we go back and forth, that my arms aren't a long way away from my sides. Doesn't really matter exactly where they are, but what I mean to show you with this angle and this angle here, basically my arms are kind of held in a neutral position. I'm not squinching them in, but I'm also not kind of putting them out, trying to use up a whole bunch of energy by pumping those arms big. Basically, you just want to let them sit in a neutral position, and wherever's comfortable for you, which might be a little bit further out, might be a little bit tighter in, but it's comfortable. You don't want to be using up energy holding your arms in a certain way. Second thing that I want to show you, going from the back angle here, is how my elbows aren't like pulling back, and they're also not pushing forward. If anything, my elbows are just a hair in behind me because you can see my back muscles kind of squinching in a little bit. The reason that that happens is because you want your chest to be your center of gravity moving you forward and not your arms out front. We've got an angle of that right here. That is about as far out as my foot gets out in front of me. And that's kind of a function of me not having huge mobility in my hips and glutes, but my foot isn't way out in front with my center of gravity, my chest being in behind it, and then I have to push myself forward over top of that foot. But you can see that I'm nice and upright, and that most of my mass in the lower body is typically behind me, because what you want is your momentum to be carrying you forward. Second thing that you can see at this angle is the angle of my arms. Again, you want them neutral. You don't want them tensed up past 90 degrees. You don't want them hanging down by your belt line. You want basically a 90-degree angle. If you sit or stand at any sort of just neutral position, your arms will want to be in a 90-degree angle because it's the least amount of pressure to put on your elbows and your shoulders. So you can see that as I go through, my arms basically stay at that 90-degree angle. Finally, the last angle here that I want to show off is that my hands rarely cross over the center line. If your hands are going over and you're going across your center line, that means that a lot of your momentum is going sideways. You want it going basically forward, but that doesn't mean you need to be pushing it forward. It should just be moving in a small little movement that is keeping all the momentum going forward and not across your body. Just a majestic beast. Now, here's the thing that is really important to know about your arm carry. It's critical. It's very important. You don't want to be losing momentum going forward by going across your body. You don't want to be tiring yourself out by just how you're carrying your arms. And the cadence of your legs is driven a lot by your arms. I know, yeah. Wouldn't think it. So a lot of pro triathletes, what they'll recommend is when you start fading towards the end of the race, don't be arguing with your legs trying to tell them to go faster. Focus on moving your arms faster, and by nature, it'll pick up the cadence in your legs. I need a new signal for SmartThings. Every second day I'm doing this. That swim this morning was just dive-tastic. Whew. We did dive start, 50-meter max efforts on 4 minutes, and we'd walk back down the edge of the pool and just sit and wait and recover. Like, lactic acid was in my molars. There's not really a whole lot of reason to be doing dive starts, except for showing off our extra studly figures.
I wear Speedos.
Whoa! I have a lot of hamstring problems, and it's hard to actually fix and like stretch the hamstring well. So those floor sweepers are very good for kind of like a nice dynamic. I think it's kind of like nerve flossing is what it's called, making the nerves in the hamstring move back and forth. Degunk, scientific term. Woo! Hop off the bike was left-handed. So the thing about those dive starts, Trainiacs, is how intense were they, by the way? It's that they're not necessarily going to benefit you a ton throughout the endurance portion of like the steady paced effort in a swim, but there are times where you're gonna have to suck it up and do a ton of hard lactic acid pushing. Typically that's at the start of a race when you wanna get out and hammer it basically to the first turn or get on the feet of somebody faster in front of you. When you start getting faster in a race and the swim portion is not necessarily just about survival and it's more about tactics and positioning, you're gonna be speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down. And you wanna be able to swim through that point where the lactic acid starts like making your muscles seize up and it feels like you're swimming through cement. Plus we just look cool in the pool diving in with Speedos. I tell you, I don't know how the women of the world contain themselves some days. Just saying, just saying. All right, Trainiacs, I'm out. See ya.